Double swing will come off of that, and defense up top, that's the goal. When the stun comes, Shanks actually might be able to walk in front of it and avoid it, but no. Falls back, gets stunned up, the tripwire is there, and dazzLe falls, but TiGG's for the trade. It's only one. Now the spike in a critical position.
Yeah, critical to say the least, but the site's been taken, so a nice little crunch there. And Shanks will find his exit in way of death. Meanwhile, this full rotation through the attacker-sided spawn, and Neptune doesn't peek his corner. Stunned up was Mada, but he's still good for one. Supa able to trade it back, and things are even across the board. But Moose took so much damage at the start of this round, and he's still sitting on that damage. He has the spike. He's headed the opposite direction, but bdog needs to be careful in trying to cross back over. For now, though, he's buying the time. He's allowed Moose to get over. The plant should come down. The setup for the Viper as well. And bdog going to make sure that this is not a 1v2 scenario for his teammate. He picks up a frag, should rotate on over, and Poise has a lot to get done.
Unaware of the position of one of these players.
Yeah, and that plant again, it's so perfect for every position. There's that snake bite that you mentioned, the decay doing a whole lot. And yeah, they don't have to. He keeps going back into the decay, and Poise has run out of time. bdog so far away. Moose can hop onto the jump.
No
and
way.
Poise finds the kills. Unfortunately, won't find the round. They did just enough with the clock, and it's LG for the pistol. Overextend on the side of Rise.
This is why Taylor can be so scary in a round that normally you'd think these weapons can speed it. You can still get that damage done, and Neptune, well, he doesn't quite have the weapon for the job. That's a great nade to zone Derrek back, and it actually finishes the job. So now, this round looking a lot better for Rise. Plant will come on through, and mada is just continuing to poke, keeping their opposition at range so they can play the advantage off those Spectres. And now, with utility left in the tank, Rise is just going to try and deal some damage, and that's their biggest weapon gone.
It took a couple, but bdog finally got the job done. Neptune ate a headshot earlier in the round, and okay, bdog picks up a second, looks for a third, but dazzLe
sure
could always be there. And on top of this, right, you see the two defenders still waiting at the A site. You have to be wary of somebody lurking, right? We talked about how Ratty Moose can be. He's underneath the sewer, so he is trying to catch somebody on the flank, but mada goes up top with the ult, able to find one, but Shanks good to trade it back there, so he does not allow mada to reign supreme once more. dazzLe get the spike planted, stuck inside the corner. It's a difficult place to be in, but no aftershock means he might be okay to try and walk it out. He's going to decapitate Poise. I said aftershock, but Breach not even alive on the side of Rise now as Neptune is going to creep forward and try and get anything done. The Sheriff not going to be enough. Mada the first to fall. TiGG will now follow as Derrek battles back with that weapon from the previous round. It's all about damage here. 3 players still alive on the side of LG, and the clock maybe ticking just a bit too low as Derrek pushed onto the site. Nice crossfire there. Supa tries to find Moose on the outside, and he's unable to do so. It's LG to 4.
Just some fast raise movement, enough to shut it all down. Shanks, he's testing this and gets away with it. Doesn't even have to use the rendezvous, but still, there's players coming fast from the other direction.
Oh, that right there is one you wish you could have back again. That's the, I guess, the downside of that wall that they've been setting up in the last couple of rounds, but mada does it once more. Reigning supreme here. Mada is a fracture player. This guy has never dodged this map a day in his life when playing solo queue. He's just so proficient on it. As Supa gets in a good position. That's the low HP Moose. Now mada going to try and bail his team out once more. Right click for the lob. The spike picked up, and now mada has to do it all. Unfortunately, it's too tall of an ask, and Rise are on the board. Doing up the afters, or the Rolling Thunder, excuse me here. See if this opens up the site. There it is. Gonna find a couple of knocks, but Poised. Okay, never mind. Derrek's gonna do it instead. I'll say Poised is unfazed by this. Wasn't stunned at all, but stunned up was Derrek. And he shuts down mada. That's a huge tool to take away from LG here at this point as Moose has crept his way up into tower, and TiGG tries to find something to bail him out, but there's just nothing to be had. Now dazzLe, the last one standing. Sure, he dropped the ult for his team, but what more can he do for them? Well, the answer, unfortunately, is nothing, as Rise now have 2.
Used just as a smoke with, I believe, some breach util. Yeah, full breach util available. They can just disrespect this.
And it's low HP on 2 here. Mada, the first across, gets tagged up. Now trying to push on through. A couple of kills go back and forth, and Shanks goes huge with the headhunter there. Takes a couple of op shots. Nothing to be had just yet. And unfortunately, that wall a bit too thick to make its way through. Running out of time as that spike gets planted, and the Viper's pit goes up. LG, they're trying to hang on to find their 5th trademark. Dispatched. TiGG, 28 health. Rise still on the outside. Nobody really committing to get inside the pit just yet. Shanks looks for a weapon swap. Moose maybe getting hunted down. That's exactly what happens as Shanks will close out the kill for 3 onto TiGG. And find something through it. A player inside main now cut off by the Cosmic Divide. dazzLe queues up the flashpoint, tosses that one out, but a nice grab well as mada gets sit down. Here we go. Aftershock available. Fall line, they line up, and dazzLe will get it done for the Red Bull clutch. 2 still in reserve. And speaking of 2, it's 2 up inside towers. They don't want to give up this position for free. Rolling Thunder once more. Here comes the showstopper as the kill feed gets flooded. It's red for 2. But supamen was able to get 1 before going down. Nice paint shells to force Shanks away. Poised now going to walk on up. Caught with utility, and TiGG will punish. And just like that, the defense, it starts to get cut down. But here we go. The full flank through the attacker-sided spawn. We'll find neptune creeping up towards this B site. Shanks making sure that nobody comes from behind. Unfortunately, dazzLe just still in a bad spot, stuck inside the corner. It's all up to TiGG to try and bail him out, but the tour de force is just too strong. An aftershock, just about 20 seconds to play with. Paint Shell's going to force him back in the corner, and look at the health. It's just so low, but they're running out of time. They have to make a move. dazzLe almost does it again, but Shanks will close out the round. At very least, I think you call this a win for LG. You say, hey, we got some extra credits. We got the spike down. I can't imagine they're expecting to win this.
They can still win this. Look at the position of the Viper. If we can find at least one here on the side of LG, doesn't happen. The flank now is all that's really left. Mada on the site. He'll fall. And Moose, alone, gives away the position. Does the molly hit? He doesn't know. He doesn't know where the spike is planted, and it slips away from him. Ooh, actually does bounce almost into the right angle at B site. They have to go.
And this is one of the few times, well, as they try and get onto that site, dazzLe taken down. That's a spike to fall, and the multi-kills are aplenty here for this squad as Moose needs to try and stand and bang it out here. He's got the ult available. The 1v2 is both rotating out from this tree area. Gets the spike planted. Aftershock, not going to find too much. Snakebite, just to try and slow things down. Still has 1 in reserve, but needs to do his darndest not to get caught on the outside of this pit. This is for the lead as they push on through. Moose just has 1 more to cut down, and it's poised. He's low HP. Gonna come out. The decay should be able to come off here as the spray goes through. Moose in a tough spot. 14 rounds in the magazine as everything goes down. Moose will find the Red Bull clutch to push LG to 6.
Bar 1 flash. If they want to go through, they're taking a big risk, and while the cam might entice, it's now just Derrek walking forward. TiGG holds below. There's a crossfire. TiGG can take contact. The swing can come off of him. And Derrek needs to isolate it. He's done just that. Still, the tour de force in hand for bdog. He'll find the shot and poise that HP. There are mollies on the spike. There's a slow at his feet, but the shot is missed. Still time. It's critical. And poise is found it, but is there time? There's a molly. 37 HP. He has to wait. He has to wait, and I think he's done it. Oh, I think he's done it. Poised just nearly. It's right on the edge, and he'll do it. Poise finds the Red Bull clutch as we head into our halftime break. The first man up here with the Headhunter has a TP to get away off the rendezvous.
Headhunter shots, they do eventually land, so good for another as the slow neptune. You talked about that, Mimi. What the trademark does, it pulls your vision, it pulls your crosshair, and unfortunately, you're just not there to take the fight as the 2 remaining hang out in this tower arcade position. It does seem like supamen trying to find a different angle on the approach. Unfortunately, that's the spike down. So it's a healthy Astra, but it's a very healthy LG for the Prime Gaming Flawless here in the pistol. Yeah, that's one of my favorite plays, especially when you sprinkle the Astra in on top of that and you have that grab well.
Check.
Oh, mada. Oh, mada just going to be stacking up. The showstopper, maybe? No, a good trade back and forth. And here we go, Shanks. Righting his wrongs from the previous round. A couple of weapon upgrades, and, well, a free A site will find this spike planted as bdog only hanging on to the ghost from the last round of the Headhunter in this. So he doesn't have the most firepower. Neptune doesn't have the most health, but he's got the angle, and that's what matters here in the game of Valorant. bdog, what can you get done here for me, buddy? Full health, a ghost, and a Headhunter to play with, and a player spotted, but the spike still planted, still ticking. Rendezvous just to kind of throw a... Oh, man, that's tough. The timing gets away, and a little bit of paranoia with that rendezvous, but Shanks doesn't need it at the end of the day, as Rise will find a very unexpected thrifty round.
Advantage to Rise.
Yeah, that's tough, and I was going to say, it's a lot of utility used for bdog, but when the round starts to shape out like this, sure, okay, we take those any day of the week. It was a Nova Pulse and a Gravity Well. TiGG close on the angle here as players push through tower. dazzLe and TiGG are here to answer, but they're answered right back now. Moose has to do it once more. 1v2. Gonna find himself a clutch, but supamen will deny, and it's Rise to put another round together. 3 members just on the other side out towards arcade. The headhunter not gonna send shots just yet as the sky smoke comes down. The Bucky goes inside, and TiGG's gonna make it to the Bucky. Rips through the attack here.
I just looked at my calendar. I thought it was 2022. I thought we had turned a leaf a new year. And somehow the Bucky's still finding impact. And now LG, they're set up for an eco. The Rolling Thunder, or excuse me, not even. I am lost for words.
Make this play on one side of the map, or one side of the site, I should say. It doesn't work, but they still want to hit it. So the Rolling Thunder comes down. Paint shells look to deny as the Showstopper doesn't find anything, in the defense will still stand strong. They'll stand so strong as Moose picks up 2. Mada is there for his second. And Shanks, 62 health, can retrieve a weapon, sure. They might just look to back away from this one with 10 seconds on the clock. The spike down on the other side of the drop. That round goes swimmingly for LG.
Man who has to get it done, it's bdog. And it's just a judge. He cannot swing this. Has to just hold.
He's just being held. Nice kill, though, onto Poised to find the first, but Derrek starts to rip through the defense as they try and find their way back onto the B site. The backstab from Neptune is there, but bdog goes huge. He finds himself a weapon, teleports to safety, picks up a huge kill onto Neptune, but they still have to fight their way into the situation. 2v2. TiGG still healthy. bdog, unfortunately, you cannot say the same, as Shanks gonna be the first on the angle. TiGG comes around, and it's all up to the 11 health chamber. Finds one. The next one's just around the corner, but Shanks is good for it. He'll close out the round, and it's Rise first to double digits. And once Rise invests a little, they invest a lot. They toss out a bit at the start of the round. They get pushed back for a second, but they look to go back to it. dazzLe picks up the first. Shanks is there to trade it back, but mada, oh my god, the kill feed, it's just flooded as they look to push on. TiGG is here to try and cut him down on the way out, and he's successful for 1. Now needs to find the next. 13 HP, not a whole lot for Derrek to work with. Spike behind him, but players all around him, and he doesn't really have the time. Moose expect him to push through, and okay, the Viper taken down, but it's all about frags now at this point in time. The backstab imminent as bdog creeps forward. He escapes death for now, but unfortunately with that kill, Derrek still not able to secure the round. The time will expire, and LG will tie us up. They're looking to re-hit this. They've got a bit of utility to do so. Blast pack, that goes wide. It actually forces mada back, so can't really help Moose in this position because that is so spammable up top, but Moose is still fighting forward. Not like this. Poised will finally close out that kill onto the Moose up top, but it doesn't matter. bdog proficient with the operator will find the 11th for LG to be able to take care of mada, but they were too afraid to push through. The backstab was perfect, and at the end of the day, it does seem to be working out as the headhunter creeps its way out from the spawn. bdog gets it done with just the sidekick, and mada will close out the round.
I'm wondering if they just want to hard commit it. They're going to.
I'm gonna say everybody pretty close to their ultimates here. Neptune is gonna secure his, and well, we'll get a kill with it. Moose to fall, and I don't know if that's regulation to take a rocket launcher moose hunting, but at the end of the day, seems to be a-okay. So mada finds one through the box. That's Derrek to fall, but the spike is planted, so Rise can set their feet. A blast through the wall, but dazzLe is here to shut down the play as Poised will try and fight back with the after shot. Cues up the fault line as well, but he's caught with his pants down. And now supamen, the last one, standing the solo. Oh my goodness, through the smoke. Okay, LG put a stamp on map 1. It was close, but they take round 13 with ease.
That they do.
Still playing on the outside, and I mean, they're stacked up at site. It's the death ball for the most part, and the cross, well, it's spotted out. Shanks gonna take down dazzLe as the classics start to ring, and inside U-Haul, it's not too scary to play because nothing can flush you out except for bodies. There's no paint shells. There's no more shock darts. It might not matter as LG storm all the way on. They try to hop onto the spike, and Moose, now the last one standing. Derrek very healthy to try and clutch this one out, and the right clicks will do just that, as it was a shaky one, but Rise will grab the pistol.
15, even if they're willing to do it from time to time, is mada will just be poking out towards long, but the utility set, I actually really like that, because that is their star. I'm wondering if they're afraid of an op or afraid of someone trying to play that long angle, but all that aside, mada has actually taken care of one. Gets away with it too, and now plays close to the smoke. That's a risk, and he's been spotted.
but he's still good for another. Mada, 2 on the site, but they're traded back almost immediately. The rotates now coming over from the A side as that spike gets planted. Here the numbers are even. They have to run into this one blind. Nebula smoke is there. Snake bite. Not quite going to land as the dash on in, and it's right into the welcome arms of Poise. We'll find bdog buried 6 feet under as TiGG leaps out of hookah. Moose forced to run for the hills in hopes to hang on to his rifle, but Superman won't allow it. Rise strong in the bonus, although it was a strong bonus.
Fine, too. He is so deep. This is a ton of information for Luminosity.
Yeah, basically funneling Rise to hit this B site or to answer to bdog if they should. Hit that teleporter. Showstopper. Clears out. Oh my god, clears out Octagon, but Mada pushes in at just the right time. The trade is there, but the B site, it's completely locked down, Mimi.
Have forced bdog off the line, but the Hunter's Fury, that's the reply.
And trying to slow things down, it does find a tag onto Derrek, and Super will finally find that kill. We saw the X-ray for so long, and bdog will get another rips Neptune off of his perch and stands tall, healthy on the jet once more. The dash should also be back online. We'll see if he does go over the top with the shorty. Shanks chipped away. Low HP as the Trailblazer looks to clear out U-Haul. Shots don't land onto Poise, so he's good to fight back for 1 as TiGG, the first to fall for the squad. What more to be found? You can see the head. Unfortunately, you can't pop the grape as the shorty inside U-Haul might be enough to find a kill onto Shanks. He's low HP, and there it is. bdog for 3. Mada closes out the round, and it was a timeout needed, but a round 1 for LG.
The Rise now has to commit, and it's past the Viper utility if they want to go for this. Moose is walked in close, and he's ready on the line. Neptune, the first out, the first down, but the trade is there. They'll try and waterfall on in, and it's working. Shanks for the defense. Mada makes a play that fails. And now Luminosity, they look like they might just be falling flat on this defense. It's down to the retake. bdog has an op, and he's wounded, but dazzle shock dart claims flesh over towards the elbow. This is the critical position. Does dazzle clear the angle? Not quite. It's a save. bdog has to hold on to the op. Round's over. Timing is everything. The drop. That could decide this round. Who wins it out? It's a standoff, and Moose able to take it. But still, look where Shanks is established. Up on the right angle. The flick does miss. He gives away the game. Next step, take towards U-Haul. The Seekers will help to do that.
bdog falls, though, trying to creep up with the operator. Fortunately, Mada's still alive. Still fighting forward. Nice flash, but Shanks is there to bail his teammate out. And Moose is on the spike. But Derrek, nice shock darts to kick the Moose off. And Rise will find 7. Man,
this time with 3 to work with.
2 to 4, Sparrow spotted. Mada's down, buried, but bdog gets one back, but Shanks is just gonna match it, and okay! The operator's online in this round, going back and forth as a showstopper used out from showers. bdog forced to dash away, maybe walking in to the explosion. Is gonna use that updraft just to try and escape. Backs away for just a second. bdog good for the next, and Moose is there to take down Derrek. That round was sloppy, and it started off a little shaky for the side of LG.
I'll play around the Nebula. Look, though, elsewhere. It's Moose. He's crept up rather deep here. Holds the angle. Lots of spaces in individual, but the execution is coming. They don't have to worry about the space. Instead, they'll just send it in. But dazzle holds. Finds the first. Poise is low. And now it's with 3 done in the defense. The shock dart. Perfection. TiGG just grabs it out of thin air, and it knocks him to the floor. But the op holds the line. bdog finds a shot, and now it's Supa. Alone. 1 versus 3 position. Already showing there's a man below him. Past bdog. Past Moose. That flank is coming. The knife in hand. He'll re-equip and actually find it. So Supa giving himself a chance, but now only 20 seconds. Swing needs to come quickly. He needs to isolate this duel, and bdog is just holding. The discipline is there. The drop down is unsuccessful as dazzle finds the final frag, and Luminosity at least take 4 at the half.
Gonna go right back to it.
Shanks is flanking. They have to commit A, but he's coming so deep. And Neptune, oh, they're all low. The friends could be perfect in this situation. He gets nothing, and Poised only trades for 1. Now Superman, alone on the side, but remember the flank. Shades, he's on his way. Ability up. This actually allows him to get way closer than he would have otherwise. Supa, does he check the right angle? Yes, finds TiGG. When is the flank coming? Maybe it doesn't even require it, as Supa has found 3. He might even take down Moose. It'll be a 4K for the Viper to start as Rise just keep steamrolling. Committed to re-clearing out this flank, maybe going all the way, wrapping for showers. No, it's just to get in position for the lineups. And Shanks, if he can take down the Viper, it's massive, but he cannot. Now these mollies can end so potent. There's already an orb up on the spike. There's already one deployed, but it's half. That could be huge. Now out comes the orb. More damage to chip away. Supa will try and stick, but he does not have the time, as Moose is now just fragging, looking to spam away. It's Astra utility, and it's Moose nearly grabbing the ace. Doesn't happen, but the round is won regardless. He has done enough, and while Neptune survives, LG take 5. Action will be a death sentence, but the Viper utility is buying at least a good bit of time. Now out for the execution. Flash fails, the dart was in, and the dash is through, but Supa takes down 2. bdog has to be the one to trade this back. He's already managed to find 1, and he takes care of Derrek as well, but despite the setup to hold for the flank, they had to disengage off of the breakage on site, so flank successfully established. And a charge out from the defender side. It's 1. It works. Poise finds 1. And TiGG cannot trade. Poise goes massive on the aggression and finds Rise 11.
Kill onto Poised, and the Viper's pit comes down, so good damage. Basically across the board means they want to invest the ults into it. Supa gets one back. The pit off the table. The knives. Now really all you can lean on here. Mada on a close angle. Sprayed through the wall. dazzLe slowly making his way on up. Nice kill there. Looking for more. The dash to safety. It's still a 2v2, but it's rifles in the hands of Rise. What can the Sheriff get done as dazzLe picks up one? Now needs to find the next in the 1v1. It's Derrek. It's dazzLe. It's the Sheriff's. The shock dart, the damage. What can it get done? It's Derrek to win it out. So either the Seekers taking care. I mean, all the utility. Sure, they tour de force, couple of shots used, so won't have the most online, and eventually Shanks will fall as he runs it down inside showers. Poised is there for the trade. Cosmic Divide. Now looking to cut the site in half. LG plant on the opposite side. Nice shock darts. To secure that kill onto TiGG. A Viper's pit on the opposite side now here for the defense, and Moose quick to die once more. A 2v4 as Mada holds the bench position, but Poised, no way. He's about to find the backstab. Nice guiding light as he hops on over. Mada undetected for now. We'll look to even the odds, but the pit is still up, but Mada's still fragging. Supamen and Derrek, though, hand in hand, they spot their enemies in their respective corners, and Rise will tie us up after a 13-5 bind.
There's no way to contest this. Instead, it will fall to the 4 versus 4 retake, and for Rise, the win condition is holding heaven. It's a crossfire between Neptune and Shanks.
And dazzLe didn't spot Derrek creeping up on screens. Mada's good to get one back, but how much more can they find? Moose still alive means a lot of clutch potential, and you're seeing it right here as he trades that one back onto Shanks, and the back and forth continues here in these rounds between Rise and LG as Poise looks to fight once more for heaven control, and he's good for it. That spike's still ticking as bdog goes on the hunt, trying to find Derrek. He's able to leap away, and the frenzy's good. He was low HP, but it didn't matter. Rise secure the pistol.
It's rather deep from the side of Rise, so they're looking to contest this really quickly. And there it is. The grab well is absolute perfection.
Yeah, one in response, but it doesn't do anything. It just slows things down for a second. The paint shells also going to force one away. Moose good for 1 through the toxic screen. That's Derrek to fall as B-site still fortified here with a few defenders, but opened up no less as TiGG came running around the corner, and Supamen had an answer for him. Now dazzLe once more. The last one standing has a bit more to work with, so can hope for some damage, but 4 kills and a fuse. With the clock ticking, feels like a big ask for the Sky. Supa being a nuisance. Neptune gonna peek on up, had low HP, so he's okay to be traded. Vulnerable, forced to back away. The fragment will stop the push for now. Somebody here on the side of LG are gonna have to make their way onto this site and start to find the kills as Derrek goes 1 for 1. TiGG will find another here on the round, and Mada holds the 2 on the flank and cuts them down as they try to make their way out towards the site. And LG are finally on the board. Is about to get some value should Neptune swing this way. And also get heaps of value in way of information if bdog continues to push forward. But he finds a kill. He backs away. They try to push up towards the A site. Mada immediately silences Shanks. Resurrection there. Paint shells to go over the top. They don't want to repeat. They understand that it's a bait. And TiGG goes on the flank to try and crunch him up inside ramps. And just like that, we find ourselves in a 2v2 with the resurrection used. It won't be available. Seekers out. Information garnered. Spike in hand. Wall goes up, the spike gets planted, and now it's a one-directional approach. Unless bdog does something crazy, right? He's got the knives online. He can just updraft over that bad boy.
Derrek on the site can stay alive. That would be enough. He just needs to live in this, and he doesn't. Now the wall is still up. This round might just be over. Poised has no way to deny unless he sprays through. bdog is sticking. bdog is holding. Is there an angle? There isn't. He has to drop down the spray. It is desperation. And bdog, he's got it.
Has paint shells as well, so really doesn't even need to put himself in too much trouble here. He's going to toss him out. Found some good chip damage. Cosmic Divide comes on through, but what's it worth here? The attack has to try and push through, and look at the spike. Sure, Supa's finding the kills. He's opening up the site, and that's going to be just enough as LG forced to rotate across the map here. I thought that that wall would have been good to stop Derrek in his tracks as Supa still finding kills for the squad. Spike planted, and bdog has the operator. Low health on the Astra. We'll see if he finds something early. Creeps on up. Leg shot gonna do the trick. Now swaps on over to the rifle as Derrek peeks. Derrek's been so clutch before. Can he do it again? This is the duel we saw on the A site. Now we get it over here towards B, and bdog will get it done. A Red Bull clutch for LG. Be that way. Now some time has subsided. The clock continues to tick, so it's the whereabouts still unknown as mada creeps up onto the site. Oh, showstopper hoping to find somebody looking to play the high-low, and now Supa was so big across the map, but just can't get it done.
They're just going to flash on through.
Blast packs, wall goes up. Neptune on the other side takes some damage. Doesn't trade any out as paint shells also follow. Flashed out with Shanks, and Moose will capitalize on too. dazzLe is there to also reap the rewards of his flash. And now Supa's been good. Supa's found 2 with 7 seconds left on the clock. No spike, and well, no gap to close here. Supa can't find 5. The kunai could be huge here in stopping this push from Rise as they go deep inside the spawn. dazzLe was ready for it, but poised quicker on the trigger. The fire speed from the Spectre and the headshots do too much. He's weakened. He might just find his way on, and unfortunately doesn't find the kill. Dagger is still landing for bdog. He wants to find 3, but he runs out. And Neptune awarded the plant, but 11 health in a 1v2. This right here, near unwinnable for the Rays.
Well, where's that molly? He's getting locked in. Has to just tuck on this box. 1 bullet. That's all it will take to close, and Neptune is not in a position to do so. Second he backs away from this box, he's dead. He is committed to this angle. He is committed to this line. Luminosity knows it. They know something is amiss. This angle will be higher cleared, and there is no way that Neptune can take bold. Finding another head is good, but still, Luminosity take the lead.
So much attention, opening up so much space, lurking on the Viper whenever he does get a chance to play it. So we'll see if that lives up. Ooh, nice. Gravwell there. Gonna find Neptune buried 6 feet under his TiGG. It's not a Bucky, it's a Judge this time, but this guy sure loves his shotguns. The showstopper goes out. No, the damage. It escapes Shanks. He's able to get healed up, but Derrek taking quite a bit of damage himself. The 3 remaining, I mean, they've just been sheepdogged inside of B main, and mada is here to capitalize. It's the low HP Derrek here at the end of the half, and it's mada to close it out with 4. It's 7-5 as we switch sides after this. Oh, speaking of all the information you could need, it's LG with all the mid control you could need. They will be gripped up here by the wire, but that's a great start here for the rest. This is causing the paranoia here. The wire might not even matter. There's the backstab to come on through. It was the boom bot for 1 for Neptune, but LG is still in a good spot, pushing forward and cutting down the Rise numbers.
And I love that macro, too, from mada to throw that nade as deep as he did, because even if there's a player close, it limits the escape option, and it denies any possibility of a trade. Another plant up for heaven this time. Poise is trying to flank. bdog has this one locked down. Double dink with the frenzy to finish. Now it's Supa alone, and he has space in heaven, but the thing is, LG's comfortable in their numbers. They're not even looking to re-clear. Instead, they just hold their lines, hold their space, and this is an off angle that surely you don't expect. Supa doesn't. Still finds the frag. Look at bdog, though. This man is a rat, and he is holding close, yet to spring the trap. Time ticking, HP gone, and Supamen just doesn't have a chance.
Spike inside this A-heaven position. Ooh, and I'm actually going to reveal one. It doesn't really spot too much, but now the footsteps being heard. It's letting you know that LG want to end up on this A side. Trap wire. Going to trip one up. Moose going to be taken down, and a huge hold on the A side as bdog tries to fight his way out of it, but Neptune is there to make sure he can't. Now TiGG needs to try and battle back not only for a couple of members, but to get the spike. It sits upon the heaven perch. TiGG quickly going inside a heaven, trying to find the backstab, but the footsteps surely heard. Supa drops onto the site. They gets this up here. No time as TiGG try to grab the spike.
Towards this mid control, but this time, no trap wire to break. Instead, it's an aggro cam. 2 players to work off of it.
And really nowhere to go either. So much util tossed out to neptune. Gonna scoop up a couple with the rifle in hand. But that's what the Astra brings to the table, especially on a map like this, working in tandem with your Rays. And all said and done, Neptune's got the paint shells again. So should LG find another opening on a couple of these players, Neptune still a problem. So is the judge up inside heaven. Shanks playing the post angle, flash drive over the top, and close out the kill on to Moose. So Rise explosive out towards mid. G with the sight in favor of Rise.
Derrek, he needs to stay up on the site. He needs to at least get something. He has support now. Ready, dash on forward. Derrek falls for nothing but poised. He'll take the position, and he'll grab all 3. Spike is on the floor. Timer is nearing 0. And while that spike's been recovered, it's just a tap still. Moves fighting in, and dazzLe gets another, but needs to take down Shanks. He does it. 1 versus 1. Timing. Supa just needs to live, and with 1 second left on the clock, he's done it.
Poison Cloud maybe look to play lineups, and Rise need to push on in, working against the clock, and the knives are taken down almost immediately. Yeah,
but look how deep it is. Every second bought off this clock is another opportunity for the Viper to win the round, but it's just him now. And Moose is no longer in a position to throw the lineups. It's over. Shanks has his defuse. There's no chance for it. What a well-orchestrated retake out of Rise.
Of the pit.
Yeah. As I get committed, yep, there it is. Comes up. Shanks' utility does not come in time to deny that one, but the resurrection is here. Remember, TiGG out in mid. This position could be massive.
TiGG needs to go huge. Nobody even looking in this direction. They're all 5 just storming onto the site as they drop down. TiGG will find the only one up in heaven, but Derrek is there to trade it back. Makes quick work of the flank, but the pit is still up. The neural theft for information, and now it's only the Viper here to keep this pit standing, to keep this round alive for LG, or Rise will have themselves a level with the Cosmic Divide. Moose can't hear it. They're just sticking it. He's got to push in and make the play, but they'll concede the round as the wall subsides. Moose will find the kill on the way out. Poise, insult to injury. We'll just see if the Trailblazer does spot 1. Dash onto the site. Mada 1 away from the showstopper again. An ultimate that could secure the round. The vulnerability, but Neptune still finds the kill. Poise will find TiGG. The backstab is there. Poise has been huge, and they weren't expecting another one to be backside after spotting Neptune here. Supa goes unchecked, and Moose has to do it again. This time, 3 players alive here for the defense as he looks to hop out, tries to fight Poised, and, well, Poised will win it out, no less. A 3K for the Cypher.
This B site, LG keeps trying to exploit it, and it keeps failing. There. Rise is set up strong on the site. 2 players, and the spam. Oh, the spam. Wow. It might just be enough. Supa's found one. Falls away. That's a spike on the floor. Shanks just applying pressure, and the showstopper. Will it connect? Straight up and over through. Mada finds it mid-air on the drop down, but Rise can still work this one. They're so close in. They have utility to work with. A showstopper on their side, and it goes straight through maybe. No, holding it, waiting for the wall to fall. Now it connects. Neptune finds one. Supa grabs the second, and they're corralled. Caught into the back lines. It's only Mada to hold, and he's found one, but the time, it's an issue. The spike not in his hands, utility at his feet, and only 76 HP to work with. Poised waiting. The patience from Rise, it's just a formality now as Rise clean up. They take the 2-1 victory, and they knock LG to the lower bracket.